are you, ScrappyShak fans? This is Melanie coming to you from the beautiful North Georgia mountains in Sawteenacoochee, Georgia. And we are so excited. We have so many fun things for you this morning. Last week we changed our format a little bit, and so we are going to get right into the great stuff. So as you know, we are doing Top 5 Friday. And Friday Top 5 this week was junk journaling basics. And so we gave you kind of top 5 basics that you needed for junk journaling. And what we're going to do is take that same idea today and turn it into something simple into something really, really fun. Are we not live? Are we live?
I don't see us on Facebook.
Okay, something's going on. I wonder why. If you can hear us or see us, please let us know. Hello. I'm actually seeing 3 people on. Oh, Kay's on. Hi, Kay. Good morning, Diane. So we must be on. Okay. Fantastical. It's wonderful. So we're going to take, Top 5 Friday was junk journaling. This is junk journaling and mixed media month here at ScrappyShak. Oh, but before I forget, happy International Scrapbooking Day, everybody. For those of you who are scrapbookers and for those of you who are not, something fun and joyous to celebrate. Do a scrapbook today for International Scrapbooking. Thank you, Jennifer. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. And Sandy U-Turn says everything is good. That's fantastic. So yesterday we talked about junk journaling basics, and today what we're going to do is show you how kind of build on that same idea. We're not going to be doing junk journaling for our demo, but we're going to build on that idea and show you how you can turn something simple into something really fun. So today we're going to show you how to make this super cool. I'm going to switch cameras for you really quick so that you can see this a little bit better. We're minus our tech person April today, so we're having to make these changes on our own. There we go. We are going to show you how to do this awesome Catherine Pooler bag. There is a new Catherine Pooler die. Let me zoom in on that camera a little bit. There is a new Catherine Pooler die that's going to make these bags. And Barbie actually has a couple of different ways to show you how to make them. The way that it was actually designed to be done. And then she found a way to make it a little bit more sturdy. And so she's going to show you a little bit about that as well. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to show you how you can add texture and dimension using embossing folders, inks, a little bit of luster wax maybe. And it's one of those projects you can keep really simple. So you can layer it up, make it look detailed. You can use stencils. You can go colorful, whatever. Let us know in the comments. Would you go bold with texture like this, or do you think you might keep it a little bit more simple? So I'm going to turn this over to Barbie and let her show you how to do it. All right, Barbie, it's all you.
Okay.
She's coming, I promise. She is.
Oh, she comes. The down camera on. Okay.
Yep, camera's on.
All right.
You're all set. I took care of you, Barbie.
Okie dokie. All right, so this is the die, the way it looks when it comes fresh in the box. This is called It's a Party, and it is item number 667116. Our code today is pattern 15, but all of the brand new Catherine Pooler stuff is already 15% off. So you're not going to find it in the new product showcase, but you should be able to find it very easily on our website.
Well, yeah, if you go to the new products, like where the new product showcases, there's actually a new Catherine Pooler release link there. They can go right to the new Catherine Pooler release.
Okay, so new Catherine Pooler release. All right, so this is the packaging. Okay, here's what comes with it. So many options and choices. First of all, you have the bag die itself. You're going to cut this twice and glue it together front and back, and that's going to make your main bag. Then you can put this piece in it, which basically just cuts out the handle. So it goes right here. Now, if you're going to cut the handle, you're going to want to do it as you cut the bag. So I just place it there, put a little washi tape or Spellbinder's My Best Craft Tape or whatever it's called, and put that together the way it is, and that's what cuts out your little handle. If you don't want to do the handle, you can take this piece out, make the bag solid, and then you can use different styles of flaps. There's this one that's got the little lacy bottom, and then this one that's got what I'm just calling the envelope bottom or the jean pocket bottom. And then there's also a tag die, okay, and a little reinforcer. So this does a little reinforcer circle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dies total. So here's what it looks like put together. This is that envelope die or the pocket die. Here's your tag. This is with the handle cut out, and then this is with that little lacy die. You can see the lighter pink through the little dots there of the darker pink paper, and that's how it all comes together. So let's look really quickly first at, I wanted to just show you cutting it this way. The other one I have pre-cut, so you don't have to sit here and watch me cut all day because that would be ridiculous.
So while she's doing that, let me say good morning to everybody. Good morning, Anthony. We're so glad you're with us. And Lynn, Carolyn, Diane, Lisa too is on. Jennifer, Sandy, Kay. Woohoo! Let us know where you're watching from, and if this is your first time watching, let us know.
All right. So one thing I want to point out is that I am doing this with directional paper. All right, and I'm going to do both sides facing with the arrows, the little chevron arrows pointing towards the top of the bag. So sometimes when you're cutting a die like this and there are two different sides, you have to do one way and one upside down. That is not the case here. Okay, here you just do them both facing up. So I've got my first one, it's facing up. There's my little piece that's popped out. Here's my front of my bag. I'm going to do the second one the same way. I've got my little arrows facing up. My die is facing up. Gonna run that through.
What does our code say? Is it pattern 15?
Pattern 15. All right, so we're done with the big shot. Like I said, the other one I have pre-cut, so we don't have to spend so much time on this kind of thing, but I did want you to see that. This, by the way, these pieces, make yourself a little pile and save these, because on a bag that's more solid, that has one of the flaps, these would make a great little label, okay? So you can see that it would be just a great size, put a little label on it. Like I'm thinking, I had a daughter, so I'm thinking in terms of like little girl birthday parties, you know, where you give everybody a little goodie bag at the end and all that jazz. You can even use this die separately. If you wanted just a label and not the whole bag, you can use that die separately and get some labels out of that. So that's really cute. Hang on, give me just a second because I want to make sure I don't lose any of my pieces. That little reinforcer die in particular is pretty tiny.
Guys, I just put the link for the new Catherine Pooler release up in the chat for you. Remember, pattern 15 is not going to work on that because it's already 15% off.
Okay, so here's your folds, guys. Across the bottom, you need to fold this bit and you need to fold this bit. And of course, Diane, give it to us. Burnish, burnish, burnish. Hey, while you're waiting on me, pop into the group what you would use these bags for. Little kids' birthday parties. What else? They're good size for jewelry.
Daddy Goblin is on and watching.
Oh, is he? Hello.
He said my wife is so talented.
Ha!
He wants something.
No, whatever it is. I'm just kidding. All right, so so listen, I didn't talk about it. So you fold the big one in, you fold this middle one back out, but this one you're only going to fold part way because you've got that triangle feature right there that's going to be the corner of your bag. All right, and then the very last one you fold in. So that's going to make the side of your bag. So all of that's folded now. So again, on this one, big one.
We're hearing Christmas and Mother's Day.
Yes. The next one goes out, but again, it only goes part way because you're going to meet that triangle. And then that last flap goes back in.
Guys, remember this is recorded. You can go back and watch it.
Yeah,
So-
I have a lot to demo this morning, so I am going a little bit on the fast side. But here it's practically done. Now, I'm going to show you the way I've been doing it, because I started doing this before Catherine Pooler came out with her video. So look, you're going to have one side over here and one side over here. And I'm just getting these bottoms to face each other with these tabs. And these tabs have a little bit of a slit right there. And you're going to make them slide into each other. All right, and I'll show you why I'm doing it this way in a minute. I think I'm going to prefer my way to her way, but I am going to show you her way in a minute. All right, then I want to just make sure that everything's evened up. So I'm going to pull this back to where this is flush with what's underneath, and this is flush with what's underneath. And I'm going to take my Barely Art glue. I know. So this may, the way she does it, I will tell you, assembly is easier, but I think my way is a bit sturdier. So, you know, you guys fool with it, pick and choose.
You do you.
Yes, exactly. And I'm going to show you a bunch of different things. Like this right here is, it's kind of run-of-the-mill scrapbook paper. So maybe like 65 or 85 pound. It's not super flimsy, but it's it doesn't weigh a whole ton either. So I've just glued the bottom of this flap. I'm going to lift this up and twist this side panel in and hold this down just a second. I am going to take a quick peek and make sure that it's lined up here and that nothing's sticking out edge to edge. I've got my 90-degree angles. I just have my fingers in there holding that down for a second. Now I'm going to get this flap. Okay, so remember, if this is confusing you and you think you don't like it, give me a second. I'll show you the Catherine Pooler way, which is easier, but I think will probably come apart a little bit more. So it depends on your purpose too. Like I think if you put something heavy in hers, it might just fall out the bottom. So here I'm just reaching in, guys, and pressing that down a little bit. And now I'm going to take this corner flap, put a little line of glue on it. And just give it a pinch together. Again, I do want to take a second and make sure that my sides are lined up, but with the Barely Art glue, it dries pretty quickly. Now, when I was in a hurry a little one time, oh, sorry, I wasn't showing that. I just pinched the sides together to get the glue on there. At one point when I was in a hurry and I didn't want to sit here and hold it for a minute, I did just put a paper clip on it and let it dry that way. Now I'm going to do the other side.
Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Teresa.
And I'm just lining it all up, giving it a little pinch. All right. And like I said, if you didn't want to hold this a second, you could use a paper clip. You could put some of those bulldog clips on there or alligator clips, whatever they call them. But just make sure it's lined up. All right. And I will say with Catherine Pooler's way, it's easier to do this lineup part. All right, but that's it, guys. That is a pretty sturdy little bag right there. And you can put...
That was 6 minutes. It took you
tissue,
6 minutes.
And that was talking. It doesn't take me that long when I'm not trying to explain. So you could put tissue paper in here. Look, I have a small hand in the adult world.
Really?
Okay, I do. It matches the rest of me. I happen to only be 5 feet tall, if you guys haven't figured this out from all Melanie's jokes. So it's a pretty good size. You know, you could fit a jewelry box in there that had a nice bracelet in it. You know, those little mini books they make that are cute with little jokes in and little inspirational sayings and things that would go in there. Snacks, treats. Teachers, sticky notes. Okay. There are never enough sticky notes in the teacher world.
So I think we have a new watcher. Her name's Carol, and she's watching from Oklahoma. Welcome, Carol.
All right, so I'm going to show you a couple variations that I made with the handle. Okay, so Melanie already showed you the one that I luster waxed. Basically what I did, guys, is after I had the page cut, I just slid it back through the Big Shot with that Tim Holtz large foliage embossing folder. I think you want an oversized one, one of the big ones. So any of the Tim large ones, Eileen Hull has some large ones. Spellbinders, all the recent Spellbinders ones are pretty much oversized and large. So all of those that you already have in your stash would work. And we have some in the store as well if you don't have any on hand. All right, so this one I made just with fancy scrap baking paper. I didn't do anything to it. The embossing, the glittering, everything on this paper was already there. I was just making sure I knew how to place everything directionally, because sometimes when you have to put together two sides of something, you've got to cut one upside down and all this other crazy stuff. This one, I cut the paper and stenciled and then glued together.
I think we have that stencil on the new product showcase this morning.
We do have this stencil in the new product showcase.
So remember, pattern 15, guys. It doesn't work on the new Catherine Pooler because it's already 15% off, but everything else, use pattern 15 and get 15% off.
Okay, so this is Stamperia's, I think it's called Planetary, maybe, but it is KSTDL156, and it's got all these planets and stars. It's a real fun one. I also used it for my granddaughter's birthday card this year. So that was cool. This, seriously, you're gonna laugh when I say this. I found a roll of wallpaper at the thrift store.
Wallpaper?
It's wallpaper.
Wow.
That one's made out of wallpaper, but I had fun with it. And this one is made out of fabric. So the
camera does not do this one justice, guys. Like when I came in and saw this one made of fabric, I was just wowed. Unbelievable. The camera does not do it justice. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So Mod Podge, okay, which we also have in the store. Mod Podge your fabric onto some cardstock. Let it 100% dry. Okay, so I did the Mod Podging yesterday before I came to work, and then I cut the bag when I got home. All right, that way I make sure I don't have any glue getting stuck in my die. The one thing that was difficult about doing the fabric is that this part right here didn't punch out very well. So the paper punched through and I peeled it off, and then I just had to take a pokey tool and stab it and get a pair of scissors in there and trim out the fabric. The fabric of that part didn't cut it all, but it was worth it because I have a mushroom die. All right, so, I lied. We're going to do one more thing with the Big Shot. Let me bring it back. So April is in Arkansas visiting Stephanie. They probably won't watch this till way later today because April didn't get there till late, and I'm sure they stayed up all night. But April called me from Arkansas last night. She said, when you demo the bags, you ought to show them how to take one side and put an infinity die on it and cut out a shape. And then they could put vellum or acetate behind it, and then you could see what's in the bag. So if you have something really fun looking in the bag, you could do that. So I'm just going to demo how that can be done real quick. I'd already pre-cut the page itself. So we're going to pop that out. Ta-da. So now I have one side with a window and one side without. Now, this is how Catherine Pooler put hers together this morning. Get this right. So I just saw the video. She lined the pieces up side by side so that they're exactly the same. So here's my little flap that's got that slit, and then this space, and then this little leg that bends up. All right. And then here it is, same direction, same everything. My little flap, my little space, my little square that folds up. All right. And what she did was put a line of glue right here on that little edge. And then she lined everything up here and glued it down. So this is where I said that her way of getting this side done and all lined up was a lot easier. Okay. And then she takes this bit.
Teresa says you need to be using the precision glue press.
Teresa, I don't use that.
It's great though.
I know, but I don't have the problems with my hands quite yet that make everybody else want to use it so much. And so I know everybody I know loves it, but I'm still busy buying dyes and stuff, so I haven't done it yet. All right, so that's not where my money has gone. I don't actually know how to use it. Although
it's from Arkansas.
ooh. Well, go over to Stephanie's house and wake up Stephanie in April and tell me to get on here.
That's
All right. So the bottom part here goes like this. And Teresa, this makes your way the correct way. Okay. So you fold in those 2 square flaps and then you just slot these together, and you got to kind of finagle it a little bit. And then that's where Catherine Pooler stopped. She didn't even glue them together. So that's why I said my way's a little bit sturdier, because if you put something heavy in there and pick it up, it's gonna go right through the bottom. Now you could still do it this way and put a little glue on it and sturdy it up some. So it's just, fool around with it and see how you want to do it. My way leaves the 2 sides, like nothing's showing here except the little slit in the middle where the 2 pieces of paper come together. Hers is going to have the flap showing, but I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. Oh my gosh, your flap's on the bottom of your bag. Oh, quit now. Okay, so, not a big deal. All right, let me get these out of the way. Oh, wait, let me bring that one back. What did I just make? This. Okay, so the flaps, adding the flaps on, there's just a little place where both of them, whether you're doing this one or the lace one, there's a little 1/4 of an inch that folds back. You put the glue on it, and I'm going to put it in, I don't know. I guess I'll put it in this way. So I could make either way, the front or the back, but you just put it inside whatever you decide is the back of your bag. Put it inside and give it a second to glue. And then that's it. You just fold it over. Okay. Now, I'm not going to take the time to do it, but we talked about putting some acetate here or some vellum and you could see through the bag. If you didn't have the see-through thing going on, let's pretend I did my flap over on the solid side. You could use this as a closure. Okay. On several of mine with flaps, I used Velcro, to just a little tiny dot of Velcro right under here to hold the pieces together. But you could put your Velcro on this instead. You could, like I said, of course, this is not the right color. You could put a little label on it. You could put a little label on your flap. And again, I'm thinking that little girl birthday party where you might put kids' names on it and things like that to make sure everybody gets the right color and all that jazz. But there's all kinds of things that you could do with those extra pieces. So don't forget about that. And then I will show you just a couple others that I made. All right. So this is kind of a funny story. You know how you buy these big pads of scrapbook paper, and then later in life, all your friends that quit scrapbooking gift you their paper. And so you end up with some paper that you're like, this is not my vibe. And it's to each his own. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make these bags. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm probably going to mess it up. Let me use up some of my crazy scrapbook paper. You can't even make these look bad. Okay. So here's a big, bright, not goblin styled piece of paper. And I just put that one together. And then here's one with, I've got the little tag hanging down there and it's Velcroed. It's got this, closure. This one was another one of my crazy brights. Again, with the Velcro closure. And guys, all the ideas popping in. Like we've talked about how you could actually put a piece of lace hanging off of here. Whether it's fabric lace or die cut lace. So if you got, I'm not going to remember the name of it. I think it's the Hello You collection by David Rudenberg, that there was one die that was just all lace bits. Okay. You could take that big lace piece and cut it down. That's just a straight line of lace, and cut it down and put it here. He's also got lace corners that you could put here if you had a nice solid look going on. And those would be great. And here's last one. So again, I used the Velcro. But I use the more lacy dye to seal everything. And I've got one of my Elizabeth Craft flowers on here that's cut from book pages. So, and then Teresa pointed out that if you put a brad up here and you put a brad down here, you can use one of those wraparound string closures. And then, of course, if you look at Catherine Pooler's, she has all of hers closed with just twine wrapped around it and the tag hanging off.
Ooh,
So,
Lisa said, or your new zigzag guy. And she said, Tim Holtz has lace too.
yes, of course.
That was then.
Okay, great.
Judy from Florida.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break from Catherine Pooler to go back to Elizabeth Craft. We were showing you all the flowers last week, and I just wanted to show you this card that Teresa made with the flowers. And she started off with 100% white paper. So everything is just ink shaded, and the details there and the different shades of green and blue and yellow and I don't even know what all.
Hey, I'll tell you what,
so
we're near Nashville.
Much texture.
Teresa's going to be doing some making takes on how to make those beautiful flowers at our Nashville pop-up shop at the end of May.
Okay, so print and pattern tool.
Yes, let's do it.
We're going to do a quick demo.
A quick demo of the new. Go ahead and put it in the camera. A quick demo of the new print and pattern tool from Catherine Pooler, and I'm going to tell you this. Almost everywhere is sold out, and we are not. We are one of the only stores that still has this. Sizzix is sold out as well. Catherine Pooler herself is sold out. And so if you want this new tool, guys, we're one of the only places to get it for, and it's 15% off.
Yes. So, and I will tell you, we ordered 36, and there are only 6 left. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, you might want to go ahead and order that real quick. Well, there are 6 left in the store, and then we have so many in a box coming on the way. We'll be here next week. So here we go. This is the Sizzix Studio, the registration press tool, and it is 666-771. It is in your new product showcase. You have to have this or the stencil and stamp tool, which is the same thing but green, to be able to use the print and pattern tool. Okay, and then
Kim's going to Nashville. Yay!
Here is the print and pattern tool. And I think the full price on that is $39.99. So we've got that 15% off. So get it while it's hot. All right, here's my stencil and stamp tool or registration press. So it's all dirty and well used. Here's what we're going to do.
It's well loved.
I'm going to lift up the lid so that it's at 90-degree angle to my bottom platform and lift that off. And I'm going to take this off. Okay. And I'm just going to have the platform. Now you'll see that my sticky grid sheet, which does come off, is very dirty, but you know what? It's still also very sticky. So I'm rolling with it still. You can get these 66787 sticky grid sheets. It's a 10-pack, I believe.
Is that on the new product showcase?
It is on the new product showcase because I am that smart. Okay. So it's $14.99, but you can get it for 15% off today. And go ahead and stock up. And let's take a look. I'm going to set that aside for a second. Let's take a look at the parts of the print and pattern tool. Now, you'll hear people say, oh, there's a learning curve. Oh, you got to practice. And, you know, it's true to an extent, but it honestly is pretty easy. Because I worked at the store, I got mine maybe a week before they really came out, and there was no video. And so, you know, I figured it out without the video. So I think everybody's okay because you guys have all kinds of videos now. All right. So here is the main part of the tool. It's this long bit that looks like a ruler. And then there's also this bit that goes across. All right. Now take this flat bit first that goes across and flip it so that the flat part is facing the back and you can see those ridges. And guys, it's just going to fit right down into your plate. Now, before I forget to say it, this will only allow you to work in this area, okay, this side of the page. but you can pick this up, take it a couple of notches to the side and put it down here. And that allows you to work on this side. You can put it down over here and that allows you to work off the page. So if you want to do a great big piece of scrapbook paper, you can. All right. So next step, we're going to take this bit and just turn it so that our ruler piece is flat. And then we're going to take our T, just think of it as a T square, and we're going to slide it on. All right. It literally, there's a hole here that slides onto this bit here. So you've got to line it up right. And it's gonna slide right on. And there's this little button right here. Oops, let me get this little button that you press down to get it to slide the rest of the way. So I'm going to press that down and that allows it to slide. And then you can hear it just pop into the notches. Okay, it makes that little ding sound. All right, next up.
By the way, guys, today is the last day for the 15% off Catherine Pooler new release collection sale. Today's the last day.
This is your
it's
okay. This is okay with the big piece of plastic is the stamp tool. So we're going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to start with stencil. This is the stencil tool. Okay, so it also has a button that's going to help you slide it on. All right, both the stamp and the stencil tool slide onto the bottom. You're really going to probably just use one at a time. I mean, theoretically, you could use both at the same time, but you can't stamp and stencil in the same place at the same time because you got 4 inches of plastic in your way. All right, now this has 2 tiny little prongs where you're going to hook up your stencil. The kit does come with 3 stencils and 6 stamps. Okay, the 3 stencils are, if I can get it off, a large and a small hexagon. And I've got some of that, oh gosh, it's Maker Forte masking tape, which is also in your 15% off. It's just basically a pink colored masking tape. You've got one with 2 circles, a large and a small. I've been using the large, so I just have had the small ones taped off on mine. And you've got a diamond, large and small. Okay, so those are your 3 stencils. And one important thing to note is, look, they have holes on all 4 sides. So if you'll see here, my hexagon has the point facing up and facing down. So I can stencil it that way all up and down my page. Or if I want, I can turn it so that I've got the flat part on the top and the bottom. And I can go all over my page in that direction. Same with the diamond. I can go this way across the page so that the diamond is lengthwise, or I can go this way across the page so that the diamond is horizontal. And then if you want to use other stencils, and I'll show you an example in a little bit, there's this, which is part of the Catherine Pooler 15% off. It's $5.99. It comes with 10 little strips that fit this, okay, because this is a smaller tool than the regular stamp and stencil tool. So you're going to need the smaller size to go with it in particular. All right, so here I am going to circle. I'm going to circle. And I'm going to set everything at 1. I'm going to back this up to 1. I'm going to bring this up to 1. And like I said, you can move things off the page. You can move them in different places. Actually, I may actually pick this up and move it backwards.
Oh, cool.
2 notches.
Look at that.
So I can get this on here better. So I've just got a card size. Yeah, pretty much. All right, so I'm going to plop this down, get it lined up. I'm using my grid to make sure I have it fairly lined up. And then, guys, the rest of it is up to you. All right, I've got a little mustard seed and a little pink here, and I'm going to try to do this very quickly. So it may not be very solid because I know we are, well, okay, we're not running out of time yet, but okay. I'm not used to having so much demo time. This is nice. On second thought, we're going to be here all day. All right, so just kidding. Now listen, here's where you get to make all kinds of decisions. You can move this over one notch and have it almost all overlapped. You can move it 2 notches and have just a little bit overlap. You can move it 3 notches and have a little bit of space. So you can see where there's going to be a little bit of space in between. And that is all your decision to make. I'm going to go backwards here. I'm going to put the, I'm rocking the whole table. I'm going to put the yellow on the bottom and the pink on the top, because why not?
Or why not?
I'm a crazy person.
We all know that.
Yeah, well.
That's why we love you so much, Goblin.
I know. So here, guys, I'm using my Distress inks. But you can use the Catherine Pooler inks. You can use VersaFine. I think you could, if you wanted to put some black paper under here and use your Lisa Horton metallics, I think that would be lots of fun. And again, just a reminder, you are not limited to these shapes, these particular shapes. Now, okay, so now I'm going to go down. So I'm going to leave that one alone, but I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 notches down. And, oh no, I just did that wrong. I'm not paying attention. I'm going to go yellow here so that I've got all my colors mixed up. I just put my pink brush in my yellow ink.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to get in trouble with April. She just cleaned the brushes last week.
Uh-oh.
All right, so now I'm in my right row here. I'm just going backwards in this direction. So here we go. Let's see. Here I'm going pink on top. When you're getting used to this, I recommend starting with a piece of paper that's bigger than you want your finished project to be, and then you can trim it the way you want. I was trying to conserve paper this morning, so I have basically an A2 card size here. Okay, last one. And then enough stenciling for us for right now.
Teresa says, you know me, orange and yellow and green are my favorite colors to use, but she used other colors. She used blue.
Oh,
Blues on that card.
listen, you guys haven't even seen yet. Wait, I am an amateur at this print and pattern tool compared to the things that Carolyn and Teresa have made. All right, I'm done with my stenciling at this point, so I'm just going to take that off. And all you do to take it off is push that button down and just slide it right off the bottom of the ruler. So now I'm going to take my tool here. Again, it has a button. So I'm picking up my ruler here. I'm pressing my button here and I'm sliding it on. Okay. And you just kind of want to keep it slid until you get where you're going. Okay. I am going to. Okay. Pro tip. Don't worry about this piece right now. Think of this like the lid to a stamp tool. Okay. Line up your stamp where you want it. So I'm going to put this here and I'm making sure, because I'm weird that way, I'm trying to put the circle. All right. Maybe you can't see this. So this stamp, it's kind of like a spirograph and it's got a circle in the middle and then it's got flowers, but the flowers have points. So I'm lining it up so that my circle is in the middle of this empty space here and that the flower points are kind of pointing this way and pointing that way. Just because that's what makes sense to me. And it is a little more symmetrical and stuff. And I like symmetry. And then, and Catherine Pooler just uses she holds the bottom of this up off the board a little bit and uses her fingers to mush the stamp down. But for me, have had better success using an actual smusher tool or stamp press or
what is that
whatever.
smusher tool?
This is the Maker Forte one. It's a heavy piece of wood. It'll do half of your stamping for you.
It's well loved too. Look at the little dimples.
Oh yeah. And it's got the felt bottom, and these are $19.99, except for today and tomorrow, where you can use pattern 15 and get them 15% off.
Nice.
So this time I'm going to try Catherine Pooler ink. And all you do, guys, after you get everything placed where you want it, is, of course, just like you would with a regular stamping platform, lift up, put your ink on, press it back down, and I'm going to give it my little smush there. And then that's it. Now I'm going to move it over. And right there, it's just about where it needs to be.
It snaps right into place.
It does. So cool. You can hear it just kind of ding. It just kind of goes ding. Oh, I think I may have gotten a little overzealous. I may have some little smears here. I think I did a little too much ink, but oh no, they didn't pop down. All right. So anyway,
you know what that reminds me of? Remember the old spirographs?
Yes.
Doesn't that remind you of that?
Yes. So listen, I can chop this up, mount it on a card base, and put a sentiment on it, do whatever I want. It is all good to go. So what I'm going to do now is get all this out of the way, and I am going to show you lots and lots and lots of projects. All right. First of all, people, give yourself some grace. It is not a hard tool, but you're going to need a minute. All right. So literally the first couple times I used it, this is my first go right here. I didn't even try to do anything fancy. That spirograph had me. And I think maybe this is with VersaFine. Okay. It's just a nice, clean, crisp print. So I did 3 across, went down, did 3 more across. It's a piece of printer paper. I made myself notes. How many spots did I skip? All that kind of thing. All right. Here. Okay. Pro tip. If you're going to try to put the stamp and stencil together, do the stenciling first and then place your stamp down. Here I did my stamping first and tried to get the stencil lined up, and you could see I'm not really in line, but this was attempt to. So, and I've made myself some notes. I'm not really upset. I'm just showing you what I was, what I was playing with. And here I think I was trying to go with the points up going across, and here I did the points flat going across. And so here I've got one stamp in this, and then this one I stamped twice. So I did the diamond, one of the diamond stamps facing up, and then I did it with a lighter color horizontal. So here's one that I did with some bright colors and mounted on some cardstock. If you're using the big stamps and you're just trying to do something card size, I would start in the middle and then let your side ones go off the edge, as opposed to this, which if I want this A2 card size, I can take 1/4 of an inch off here and put it on a mount. But it's, I don't know. I like this look better where it's going off the page and I'm getting more color, as opposed to this where I've got 6 solid circles and I'm looking at a lot more white. But, again, that's a matter of opinion. Then I wanted, because Catherine Pooler does all hers bright, 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 I wanted to do some distress colors. So here's some salvage patina and rusty hinge and vintage photo. So I've mixed and matched here. I've got the hexagon shaped stencil, but I've got the diamond shaped stamp. Oh, and I need to show you the other stamps in a second. Then I went off grid.
Uh-oh.
And I got this Tim Holtz tiny toadstool stamp set.
Wow.
And it has a splatter stamp to it. So I put the splatter stamp and went across, I think 4 times, and then across here 4 times and across here 4 times.
That's amazing.
And then I went back and did this. It's all the same stamp, but it's the red one, solid, the whole thing down the middle. And then I think that's lumberjack plaid. And then I did the rusty hinge going off the page over here and over here. So, you can absolutely go off grid. And I do want to show you.
And could you, and I know this is crazy and don't get mad at me for bringing it up, but you could put that mushroom one back on there.
Sure.
You could use the print and pattern tool and use that to make one of the gift bags you showed, couldn't you?
Absolutely. And she's got pictures on her website of bags that they've made with the print and pattern tool. Absolutely 100% can be done.
Very cool.
I just haven't personally done it yet because time.
That's very
There's
cool.
this thing called time. So let me show you a couple other things real quick while we are on this particular topic.
And we're at 9:45. Just
Okay.
so you're aware.
So here are stamps that Catherine Pooler specifically made to go with this tool. All right, you are going to want them somewhere in the smallish neighborhood, probably. Although, you know, since you can pick up the tool and move it everywhere, you can use much bigger ones. But she's got this Happy Birthday Sentiment stamp set that's $24.99. You're going to get it today for 15% off. Okay. Then there's this Hello stamp set with a little telephone. I wish I had Teresa's card that she sent me a picture of using the telephone. It's really adorable. But you've got all this hello and all these words that you can use in conjunction with everything else or as a pattern. The birds. Okay, the birds are extremely popular. Ours are almost gone.
I know.
They're almost gone. So it's this stamp and this die, and you can use them in conjunction with each other. You can use this just on the tool. It's got the way it's got the different parts. You've got just the shape of the outline of the bird, and you can put it all over and make it look like X's and crosses. And the stuff they've done with it is adorable. And then here is one of her new stencils. It's 4 different layering stencils. You could use it with this tool. You could use it with the regular registration press, however you want to use it. And the last 2 products in this line that we have in stock are these flower dies and this multi-leveled 3D embossing folder. Okay, so all of that goes together. There's also an alphabet and at least 1 more stencil. Okay, and then so those are all 15% off because they're Catherine Pooler. And then I put these couple of older ones on the Pattern 15 new product showcase. So there's this that's just all kinds and sizes of butterflies. It is 666642. Actually, I think these 2 are on clearance, and so they're not on the sale, but you get a better deal with the clearance anyway. This one is some really adorable butterfly stamps. It's 666992. It's called Bright Butterflies. And this one is called Overarching Sentiment 666997. And I can't remember if it was April or Teresa. Nope, it was Teresa that used some of these little stamps on the bottom. I'm actually going to show you their examples now. So it's example time, people. So many fun examples for you. And then I'm going to turn it back over to Melanie to show you a few last things. All right, so these are some cards that Teresa made. Using the products. I don't think I ever even showed you all the stamps that come with it. Hang on 2 seconds. So in addition to the spirograph, you've got this diamond shape, and then you have this diamond shape that's just dots. And for the hexagons, you've got this that's a hexagon. All right, and then the big circle spirograph, and then these 2 are circles. You've got the circle dots, and then you've got this just radiating things. Either one of those can go in the hexagon as well. So it's all good. And then she's added some gemstones, and this is just beautiful. It says be grateful. And then she did, this is my favorite. She did the big thanks, which is also a Catherine Pooler die.
That's my favorite.
She's got the circles stenciled on. She's got the spirograph inside the brown circles. Then she's got that radiating circle stamp in between the circles. She's got gemstones. There's shimmer sparkle on here. It's beautiful. This is the one that she made with that other stamp that I just showed you. Okay. Just looks like flickering flame inside of these orange and yellow diamonds. All right. Then she's made a series of bookmarks, and then I'm going to show you Carolyn's, and then I'm going to be out of the way. So here, just going straight down, nothing difficult, straight down with the stencils, then straight down with the stamps in the darker color.
We have like the most talented design team
ever.
ever.
I love them. And this one's got sequins in the middle. And I mean, you can't even, there's overlapping circle stencils going on. And then the big stamp in the black, she's colored some of those bits in. She's got her own homemade washi tape. If you live in the area, sometime you got to come by and have Teresa teach you how to make homemade washi tape. Here, she has stenciled a bunch of circles in the background. Then she's got the circle stamps. Then she's embossed the whole thing with a tiny dot embossing folder of some kind. And it's just gorgeous. And then here she's gone bright. You got the circles in the background, this big stamp.
Teresa using pink?
And yeah, then there's some beautiful stamping here. I wish I brought over the stamp that goes with it. Maybe I'll run while Melanie's talking and get that stamp. Oh, and she used the same stamp in the background here. And the butterflies, you've got diamonds and hexagons, it looks like, stenciled here. And then her homemade washi tape. So those are all by Teresa. And then these are some that Carolyn made. We'll start with her bookmarks. So she's got that off the page look. You've got the diamond stencil going down, pink, blue. And then you've got the diamond stencil, the big diamond stencil going sideways across there. And then the little diamond stencils just going off the page. So that's amazing. And then here she's used the smaller hexagon stencil, got a bunch of bright colors. And then these beautiful swooping flower stamps. There's shimmer spray, little butterflies. Here, I'm not even sure. I think that's the hexagon stamp. And it's just overlapping. Okay, because she's using the large hexagon stamp. So I think she must have just gone down one notch at a time.
Is that the diamond?
It is the hexagon, I'm pretty sure. And it's just
Carolyn, let us know, because she's on. Let us know, is that the hexagon stamp?
it looks like she went every notch instead of like skipping any notches at all. And so it's so close together there. But it's all those big stamps. And then here, the green, orange, and several different stamps, and the edging and the shimmer spray. It's shiny. All right, here, light and dark green diamonds all the way down, overlapping, and the splat and all kinds of things. And then this is just beautiful with the swirly stamps. And then the overlapping blue and pink making the purple. And then here, overlapping still, but overlapping less. Okay, so gorgeous. And okay, cards. One more set of cards. So here, Carolyn has just gone down with different shades of blue and overlapping blue. And maybe it's actually just the same shade. And it's just some of it overlaps and some of it doesn't. So you've got the lighter and the darker. And then she found a wobbly and put it on. It says happy birthday. And she's got all these layers in the back and pretty blue envelope and everything.
Hey, Anthony, let us know if Gary has wobbles, because we're trying to source some.
And then Kay made this one. And I think this was like her first try yesterday. She was like, well, Teresa taught her. So she had, didn't have the same learning curve as the rest of us did.
Wow.
I know it does. It says, wow. And that's a Catherine Pooler die too. It's just a little bit older one. So she's got the big yellow diamonds and then the smaller green ones. And when you put them together, it just creates stuff all over the place. So amazing stuff.
Carolyn said they're stencils, but are they the hexagon stencil, Carolyn? That's what we were asking.
Hexagon or diamond?
Yeah.
We're
I
having
think
a fight.
hexagon.
All right, I think it's your turn.
All right. So
okay. I'm gonna get a drink.
Yes, right. We have so much going on today, guys. I gotta throw it out there again. We have a bunch of sales going on, a whole bunch of different things happening. So before I get into some of these new products, remember we have the new product showcase, which is 15% off the new products we're showing you today, except the Catherine Pooler release. Pattern 15 will give you 15% off the new product showcase. Catherine Pooler release is already 15% off. So your 15% off pattern 15 doesn't work for that because it's already 15% off. And then we also have 30% off ending today on dimensional products like adhesives, mediums, dyes. Hi, she's all over.
I'm trying to get the stuff out of your way.
Adhesives, mediums, dyes, embossing powders. There's 30% off. So the 30% off of the dimensional products is actually ending today, at the end of the day today. And the 15% off the Catherine Pooler new release is ending today, guys. So if you, and again, from what we've seen and heard, Everybody is sold out of that Catherine Pooler print and pattern tool. We are one of the only ones that have it. We have 6 left in the store. Get them ordered now while they're on sale and while they're in stock. I actually talked to my rep at Sizzix, who's a good friend of mine, yesterday, and she said we can't get any more until June. So, hi, April Daisy. So make sure if you want that print and pattern tool, I would get it now. And remember, it does go with the Stampin' Stencil tool or the registration press tool, which are the same thing. And so that is on sale on the new product showcase as well today, pattern 15. So lots of stuff going on. All right, so we have a few other products on the new product showcase, and I need to find the zoom on my camera. Here we go. Zoom, zoom. Zoom is not working on my camera, so I will lift it up. All right, so here's one of the new products. We did order this to try to get it in for Easter, but we just got it in Thursday. So 665091, it's got a bunny, but it also has a lot of really fun things for spring. So hello spring, and this great little bouquet and the watering can and the little birdhouse is super cute. $19.99, 665091, and use your pattern 15 for 15% off. Okay, this one is a 49 in market dies. There's 52 dies in here. And this one is, it's called This or That Alphabet, 666951. That's on your 15% off new product showcase. So if you go to our website, across the top, you'll see a menu that says new arrivals. If you go there, you can get to our new product showcase and also to the Catherine Pooler release. And then also the new product showcase is there. So new product showcase, Catherine Pooler release, and all of these are there. Okay. Then this one, this is the only one we have, I think, of this Karen Burniston sentiments stamp. So the only one we have left in the store, we just got them in on Thursday, I think, but this is the only one left. This one's great. It's great for like graduation, which is coming right up. It was actually made to go with a peacock die set that Karen Burniston had, and we don't have that die set, but Barbie was looking around and she found this really great better press plate of the peacock, so you could possibly use it with that. So we put that in the new product showcase as well. But it has like, be impossible to ignore, strut your stuff, you were made to stand out, you were never meant to be ordinary, bold, brilliant, colorful you, even when you didn't realize that you were becoming magnificent. Barbie's absolutely right. It's perfect for graduation season, which is coming up. This is the only one, $8.95. 15% off with pattern 15. And then here is that better press plate, that peacock press plate. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. All right. Then we have had a lot of requests lately for nesting dies. So we found this really, really cool. I say we, like I have anything
that
to
would be
do with
April
it.
Daisy.
Yeah, so April Daisy found this.
She's the researcher.
This really cool curved, rounded corner square nesting die. It has the stitched and the unstitched with it. Really nice. $14.99. It's actually really reasonably priced too for a nesting die.
Yeah, for a nesting die, it's great.
She also found this one, same thing, $14.99, and it's got the arches. And remember, pattern 15 will give you 15% off all of that. Okay, then we've got some new spellbinders. So this one is called Ripped Edge Circles. So if you look at that die, you can see that it's really wobbly. And then if you look at the picture, you can see it just looks like you ripped the edges of that circle. It's $19.99, S4 1511. It's in the new product showcase. Oh, Karen Dixon asked, what is a press plate? So a press plate is a plate that you use with a letter press tool, like the Spellbinder's Better Press. And maybe next week, maybe we'll do a demo in the next week or so, Karen. So look around and watch your email and watch us on Facebook, and maybe we'll do a demo on that press plate. Diane, are you up for doing something this next week in the evening? Maybe we'll do a demo. All right, so the next one is the Spellbinders dies here. This one's $28.99. It's called Open Lace Frame and Landscapes. So it gives you the lace frame, and then it gives you some square frames as well, and then all the pieces to make this great little landscape here.
The packaging does not do it justice.
Okay.
Some of those cards are really pretty. Go to the website and look at the sample cards.
Okay. All right. Next one is, this one's called Awareness Ribbon and Sentiments. This one's fantastic for right now with everything that's going on. So we've got this one, so it says hope here on this example, strength, but we have all of these different sentiments. I'm not going to read them all to you because Barbie is standing behind me and she will whap me upside the head if I do. So $24.49, but it's 15% off on your pattern 15 code. And then do you want to talk about this one?
Sure, I can.
Okay.
And then I'm going to throw one more thing in. So
Okay.
stencils, real quick. This is Hero Arts. It is a 4-layer stencil. Look at that. And I will tell you, this is a 6x6, but the best one I saw, there was a card that actually cut it out with the arch die. So you weren't seeing the whole thing. You just had this view, this sort of tunnel view of it. And it's just beautiful. And the colors that they've used on some of their examples are super, super gorgeous. And the one thing I forgot to tell you, because I was talking about these stencil converters, these are mini stencil converters that you would use with the new tool. And that number is 667193. It is part of the 15% off Catherine Pooler new release. And they are called mini stencil converters. If you were one of the people who ordered the stencil deck, okay, they do work with that. All right, so I put a converter on this, whoops, it's upside down, a converter on this flower last night, and pop,
wow,
just made nice little floral background playing with different colors and things. So it does work on those. I did put it back in the 15% off for this weekend.
Okay,
but it is a pre-order, but it'll only take me a week to get it.
All right, fantastic. And then we did show you this before. So this is that stencil she used on that bag. Let me find that bag again really quick. It's buried. Here it is. This is that stencil that she used on this bag right here. If you guys can see that. And so this stencil is Stamperia. It's $7.79 and then 15% off. And then we have the mother load right here. This is a giant stencil. I need to find something solid. Oh, how about this right here? Something solid in the background so you can see this. Yeah, that didn't work either. Anyway, this is a giant stencil. It is 11.7 by 16.5 inch. Huge. It's great for big canvases or just if you want some large patterns. It's great for home decor items. It's $30.79, but you do get 15% off from this one. And I believe we've only got one or two in stock of this one. And it is huge and it's amazing. We don't usually bring in big stencils like this, but somebody actually special ordered it. I think it was Diane actually. Yep, I think it was. Somebody special ordered it, and so we ordered a couple extra for the stores. That one's $30.79. All right, so again, we have a bunch of stuff going on, guys. I want to talk to you. I know it's 10:03. I want to talk to you real quick about Fridays. So we do our Friday top 5, and so this week. Oh, let me switch cameras so I can see you. And oh, hold on a second. I'm switching cameras, Barbie. Okay. All right, there we go. Hello, guys. All right, so again, ending today, Catherine Pooler new release, 15% off, print and pattern tools, sold out everywhere. We still have some in the store. We have 6 available in the store right now. We are trying to get more, but when I talked to my rep at Sizzix, she said we're sold out. So order it now if you want it, and it's 15% off. That sale ends today. Everything in the Catherine Pooler new release link, that if you go to our new arrivals and the Catherine Pooler new release link, that sale ends today. The 30% off dimensional products, which is adhesives, mediums, embossing folders, texture pastes, all that kind of stuff. Some dyes are in there as well. That 30% off also ends today. All of the other new products that we showed you on the new product showcase today, other than the Catherine Pooler new release, use pattern 15 as your coupon code, and that's good today and tomorrow. On Tuesday, we're doing our Try It Tuesday. So on every Tuesday, we do a Try It Tuesday. We show you a product and have you give it a shot. So take a look at our Facebook and our Instagram for Try It Tuesday on Tuesday. And either Wednesday or Thursday, I'm feeling kind of Wednesday, but either Wednesday or Thursday, Diane and I are going to do a live demo for you, live on Facebook and YouTube. So watch for that. And we're going to do the Better Press demo. So Karen Dixon, I think, asked about that. So we're going to do a Better Press demo for you, and maybe we'll demo a couple other little things. You never know. If you've ever been on one of the lives with me and Diane, you just never know what's going to happen. We do still have seats available in our August retreat, but let me tell you guys, they are going fast. So we are seeing 2, 3, 4 tickets sold every day. They're going fast. So if you're interested in the retreat, we did extend the early bird a little bit, and we're offering an additional $100 off if you book your room at the Unicoi Lodge. We have rooms still in our mini retreat on October 3rd and 4th, which is our Harvest Fling. And we have, I believe, 2 seats left in Craftmas. So you definitely want to get on that. I know it's 10:05. I'm going to let you go. But I am going to go ahead and put up on the screen some of the announcements that we talked about and let you listen to our ScrappyShak song. Thank you all for joining us. I know I've been in a hurry, but give me just a second and I'm going to send you out with our announcements. Thank you all to all of our brand new watchers today, and I hope we continue to see you in the future. And we will definitely see you on Wednesday or Thursday. And we're trying to do this without our tech person, so we're kind of doing it all ourselves today. So sorry about that. Give me just a second and we'll get this working. Maybe we won't. All right.